In the realm of modern dating, many men are left confused and heartbroken after doing everything right. They shower women with affection, prioritize their needs, and offer unwavering loyalty, only to watch the woman lose interest and drift away. The underlying reason, according to a controversial but deeply psychological analysis, lies in evolutionary instincts and subconscious female behavior. At the heart of this idea is the concept of hypergamy, the biological inclination for women to seek partners of higher value than themselves. This instinct, shaped over thousands of years of human evolution, was once essential for survival. Women had to choose partners capable of providing protection and resources. As a result, they evolved to be highly selective, subconsciously seeking signs of strength, confidence, and high status. While society has evolved, this biological programming remains hardwired in the female brain. This is why many women lose interest in men who are overly accommodating or emotionally available too soon. When a man gives away all his affection and approval without requiring anything in return, he signals low value. She no longer needs to earn his attention, which strips away the challenge and mystery that drives her emotional investment. In essence, what is given too easily is taken for granted. A common misconception is that a man's value, his sexual market value, SMV, is determined by money, looks, or status. While these external factors can contribute, the real determinant of perceived value lies in behavior. A man who carries himself with confidence, maintains an aura of unpredictability, and doesn't constantly seek validation is seen as more attractive than one who offers unearned devotion. Consider two examples. One man is a successful lawyer, charming and physically fit, who constantly praises his date, makes himself fully available, and plans extravagant outings. Another is a humble bartender who remains mysterious, confident, and slightly aloof. Time and again, women lose interest in the former and become obsessed with the latter. Why? Because perceived value, not actual value, drives attraction. The second man makes the woman work for his attention, engaging her mentally and emotionally. This leads to the first major rule of female attraction: the less certain she is about your interest, the more invested she becomes. Human psychology favors uncertainty. It's why we become hooked on unpredictable rewards, whether in gambling, gaming, or relationships. When a man's attention is inconsistent and not guaranteed, a woman's mind becomes preoccupied with thoughts of him. She starts to chase his affection, trying to decode his intentions. A practical example: instead of sending an emotionally charged message the day after a first date, a confident man might wait a few days and send a casual invitation. This lack of predictable response creates emotional tension and curiosity. In contrast, constant texting and emotional availability kill the mystery, making the man seem needy or desperate. Another important insight is that women test men constantly, often without even realizing it. These tests aren't about competence but about gauging the man's level of interest and emotional investment. For instance, she might mention another man to see if you become jealous, cancel plans last minute to see how you react, or give you attitude to test your emotional control. The man who remains calm, indifferent, or mirrors her energy signals high value. He's not emotionally dependent on her validation. This behavioral dynamic is rooted in biology. If a woman subconsciously perceives that she is of higher value than her partner, her body will begin to reject him, manifesting as a loss of sexual desire, irritability, or emotional withdrawal. She doesn't consciously think, "He's weak," but her instincts respond to that message. What truly keeps a woman obsessed and emotionally engaged is a man who is slightly out of reach yet still attainable. She needs to feel like she is working towards something, that she is earning his affection and that he could choose others but is choosing her. This creates a sense of emotional elevation, fueling deep attraction. The most attractive quality in a man is abundance, the mental state of not needing any one woman to feel complete. This doesn't mean juggling multiple partners, but rather having the inner confidence that your life is full, and that any woman would be lucky to be a part of it. Men who operate from this mindset naturally avoid clingy behavior, don't chase, and maintain their dignity. Leadership, decisiveness, and frame control are also essential. Women are drawn to men who know what they want and lead with purpose. Whether it's making plans without asking for permission or sticking to your principles when tested, masculine leadership invites women to relax into their feminine energy and feel safe. Lastly, love and attraction are not the same. Love is nurtured through care and commitment, but attraction thrives on uncertainty, challenge, and growth. A man can be deeply loving, but if he becomes predictable and overly accommodating, attraction dies. The lesson is simple but powerful: stop trying to win her over. Instead, become the kind of man she feels privileged to win. Understand the psychological mechanics of attraction and use them wisely, not to manipulate, but to create fulfilling, balanced relationships rooted in genuine desire.